Hello students, welcome to your fourth and last assignment in the week 4 folder. Unless you are doing the honors track or choosing to do the optional honors assignment, this will be the last assignment you will complete in the week 4 folder. Now this assignment is the larger assignment for week 4 and does take a little bit of time. It is its own content folder in order to keep the resources and assignment together. So in order to access your resources and your directions, you'll click on the Week4Inquiry Radioactive Decay Series title link. That will bring you into the folder itself. There is an overview that you'll briefly want to read. You'll notice in the table, these are your video resources. The top 2 videos and then the bottom left video are how-to videos I created so you can know how to use the technology to complete this assignment. This includes how to create a graph in Microsoft Excel, how to do isotope notation using your computer, and then also how to use the interactive periodic table that includes the isotope tab. So with this, I do recommend that all students watch the how to use the interactive periodic table isotopes video. This will show you how to use this resource, which is ultimately the main part you're going to be using in order to complete this assignment. So please do not bypass how to use the interactive periodic table isotope video. I also took some time to create an example so everybody can see ultimately what I would like as a product. I decided to do my example as a voice thread. You don't have to do a voice thread, but it is one of the options. So you can feel free to look through my example that's embedded here, and you can scroll through the slides using the arrow, or you can open the full size using the full voice thread link here. It's entirely up to you. The last resource that I included was this table picture below all the videos. It has the types of radioactive decay, the nuclear equations, how we would represent this in terms of an image, and then the changes to the mass number and atomic number. You'll see that all of the things we've learned this week are going to be coming together, including isotopes, atomic numbers, mass numbers, isotope notation, types of radioactive decay, how we would write the equations, and half-life. All of this is included in this assignment. So if you feel uncomfortable with any of these topics, you need to meet with me before you dive into this. Once you're ready and you feel comfortable, you'll scroll all the way down and notice the assignment is here below. There is the Week 4 Inquiry Radioactive Decay Series Directions PDF file here. And if you click on that, it will open the directions for you in a new tab. There is an overview of what we're going to be doing or what is expected. The ultimate overview or goal is we're a nuclear chemist and we've been asked to model and explain the decay of a specific radioactive isotope. So we're going to make a model and create an information packet or report or presentation so that we can inform our company about the decay series of our unstable isotope. And we will include the half-life as well. Before I talk about final project requirements, I'm going to scroll down here. To start, you will be given a specific radioactive parent isotope, and that's going to be based on your last name. So the first letter of your last name will determine what you start with. If you have a sibling or a friend in the course, you have to use a different parent isotope than the other person. So keep that in mind. Once you get your parent isotope from this table, you will scroll down and open the periodic table isotopes tab, and that's how you're going to go through and do the series. Again, you have to watch the how to use this periodic table isotopes tab video so you know exactly what to do as you work your way through the series itself. As you write the series, you're going to write down equations, daughter isotopes, the half-life, all of this information as you go through the interactive periodic table. Once you're done writing the equation series, we're going to graph our isotopes on a graph using Microsoft Excel. This piece has some written instructions on how to graph. There is also a how-to video, so it's entirely up to you. on how you want to go about learning or making the graph. But ultimately, you will need a graph. You'll need a graph title, and you'll need axis labels in terms of what you are graphing on the X and Y axis. The third part has you calculating your half-life total. So as you make your way through using the interactive periodic table, you will have to write down the half-life. Make sure you're mindful of the units that you use. And part 3 has you calculating the total half-life that would ultimately be required in terms of time to reach your stable daughter isotope at the end of your series. Your report or presentation can be a report, it can be a presentation, a PowerPoint, a video, entirely up to you on how you want to present the information. You just have to have all the information. And all the information that's required will be the last thing I go through. But again, how you want to present this is entirely up to you. I'm not picky. I just want you to have the information down. So some of you might be asking, well, what is required of my project? Ultimately, there are 4 main things that I want you to include. The first one is, what is your starting parent isotope? That's what you got from the table based on your last name. You'll include the atomic number, the mass number, and the number of neutrons the isotope has. Number 2, you need to have a written or typed series of equations that this radioactive isotope goes through. So it's all of the decay processes that it would go through to reach the stable daughter isotope. Try to include what types of radioactive decay you encountered. What was the most frequent form? Was it alpha decay? Was it beta decay? What did you use or see most of? And then lastly, what is your final stable daughter isotope? That's going to be what you'll need to include for the second piece. For number 3, this is going to be your graph that you made based on your series. So again, you want to graph all of your isotopes, and you want to make sure you have labels on your axes and your title for your graph. The last part is the total half-life it takes for you to reach that stable daughter isotope. Be mindful of your units. Not every radioactive isotope takes seconds or minutes or days. It can vary based on whatever radioactive isotope you have. So you have to make sure you're paying attention to your units when you calculate the total amount of time. When you have your project done, in order to submit it, you have to go back into the class tab, and you'll have to click on the Week4Inquiry Radioactive Decay Series title link. That'll bring you into the Dropbox. Whether you have a report, a picture, a file, anything that you have to attach from your computer, you'll hit this Browse My Computer option and attach your file that way. If you have a website, let's say you made a voice thread or a YouTube video, you can paste the website address in the comments here. And then whenever you have your project attached, you'll click this blue Submit button towards the bottom right, and that would submit it to me for grading. If you get stuck on this, please reach out to me so I can help you. Just because this is a bigger assignment doesn't mean that I can't help you. So if you get stuck, if you're confused, make sure you email me, text me, meet me and collaborate, and I can help you make your way through this project so that you can finish week 4 strong. When this is done, this would be the last assignment that you would do if you're not doing the honors track. You can move forward and start completing assignments for week 5 when you're ready. If week 5 is not open yet, you can look at the pace chart and make sure you know exactly what day the week 5 folder will open for you so you can begin working as soon as it opens.